Hi, this is Mark Megan with Omnia Imprints. Today we're going to talk about the power of EDDM, or Every Door Direct Mail. This is a solution from United States Postal Service that allows you to send out flyers or postcards to a given area within a given city or state, basically allowing you to pick a zip code or mailing routes within that city to send out your flyer and blanket that entire area. With Omnia Imprints, we will help you do this. We help you pick the zip codes. We help you design that flyer, getting you the best look for your business, getting the right coupons or offers on there. We deliver directly to the post office and you pull in the profits. Traditionally, EDDM, you had to design the flyer to a certain spec. You had to bundle those flyers into bundles of 100. You had to put on cover sheets. You had to bring directly to the post office. You had to pick your routes. You had to pay for those routes, and then you hope that you got the right information out there. Sometimes you turned up at the post office and you did not have the right specs in your postcard, and the post office rejected it. So let's just jump right in here and see how this all works. I'm going to bring you over to our EDDM suite. It's a product from Omnia Imprints that allows us to come to your home or come to your residence and sit in front of any computer and pick you the right mailing routes and the right product for your mailer. If you look over here, you can see there's three various types of mailers that we can send out. There's flyers, postcards, and sales sheets. Each of these have different advantages. The sales sheets, for example, can go all the way up to 8.5 by 14 inches, which is a huge flyer. And we're going to sit on postcards today, though. The good thing is about EDM, though, of course, is that any size flyer goes out for the exact same price, exact same mailing price. The only difference in cost would be the actual flyer itself, with a smaller postcard, of course, costing less than the large 8.5 by 14 flyer. Let's pick a postcard today. We're going to get these out by the end of March. You need a couple of weeks lead window on these. We're going to pick a 6.5 by 9 postcard. That's a small size that EDM allows. And we're going to pick 16-point cardstock. You can have a choice of 14 or 16 here, but the 16 is nice and thick. It's the same price actually as the 14, so there's no reason to pick the smaller stock. We're going to pick UV coating on front only. That allows the back to be allowed to be written on by your people that get the postcards if they want to take notes. And then I'm going to pick a 4/4 color both sides. I'm going to have to give this a name, so it's called test mailing. And then we get to the fun part. We're going to pick our routes. So what this does is it pulls up a map. We're allowed to pick up anywhere in the whole of the United States. We can type in a zip, a city, or an actual address. So I'm going to pick where I am at the moment, which is 65270, or Moberly, Missouri. What we get is an overview of a map of the mailing routes in Moberly, Missouri. And we see up here that we have 15 routes. If I want to go ahead and send a postcard to everybody in that route, I can select all. And this will tell us that I have 557 businesses and 6,787 residential addresses that allow mail to be delivered. Maybe I only want to pick the residential. So let's pick the residential, and I see that brings us down to 6,787 residential. And immediately this tells us what this is going to cost. So if that 6.5 by 9 flyer sent out to 6,787 residential addresses, it's going to cost me $1,985.99. There are no extra hidden fees. If we calculate that out, we see that we have $1,986 divided by 6,787, and we get 29 cents a mailer. If we were to bring a single postcard to a postal service, to the post office, it'll cost you 36 cents, I believe. If you bring a 6.5 by 9 inch flyer, it's going to cost you 55 cents. So this is a great way to send flyers out to a given area. You blanket the entire area without knowing the addresses or having to buy a mailing list or anything like that. If I don't want to send to all of those routes, I can zone in. I can pick none, and I can zone in on a certain area. So let's zone in on, let's say Morley Street, which is the main street in Missouri, in Moberly. I can pick only residential in that area. That's 449. However, I need a minimum of 500 for EDDM, so I'm going to pick this Power Road, and that brings us up to 1,021 addresses. It's going to cost us $528.73. What happens if I'm in a bigger city? So let's try St. Louis. If I pick up St. Louis, now of course it'll take a little second to build up these routes since it's a much bigger area, but this is a very powerful tool. You can see we have 30 routes. Now I don't want to hit all 30 routes, because if I do, it's going to cost me $3,720 for all the residential routes. So again, I can zoom in and pick a specific street and a specific area and just blanket that. This is all great. So what happens next? Well, once we decide our flyers, where we decide we want to go, we're going to go back in, and Omnia Imprints is going to help you design them. Now we have a couple of ideas here. This is a couple of examples that we've done in the past. We have, for example, a local plumber, decided he wanted to hit Mexico, Missouri. He wanted to try to get some new business in Mexico, Missouri. So we sent out this flyer, and within a couple of days, he had started to get the calls back to this number. Of course, you don't call a plumber unless you need one. So a lot of times these will sit around for months until somebody has a problem. They go, where was that flyer that I got in the mail a few months ago? We did the same thing with our martial arts flyer. We sent this out to addresses in Macon, Missouri, and we got quite a few back on the first couple of days. And then several months later, we still got calls from this card saying, "Hey, I got your card in the mail. Is that special offer still on?" And of course, you're going to say yes. Another example is our friends down in Iceland, Resource Train Land. They had just started up their company. They wanted to let people know that they were in the area. So they sent out a flyer just within blanketing the area around their business, a nice informative flyer. And then, of course, on the back, they had some coupon examples to get those calls coming in. And some nice testimonials from clients that they already have. This shows you, though, that the postcard has to be set up in a certain way. If you just bring a postcard to the postal service, you'll find that may be rejected. This has to be set up with these indicia on that postcard. Of course, Omnia Imprints will help you take care of that. You don't want to go to the post office, hand them your flyers, and they go, "Sorry, this will not work for direct mail. You've lost all that money." So, in essence, EDDM is a great way to get your information out there to a blanket area in any given city or state. Omnia Imprints will take care of all the work for you. You just help us with the design a little bit, and then if you have a design, great. We can design it for you. You can say yes, and we take care of all of that. You start getting the calls, you start getting the money rolling in. If you need any more information on this, or you need us to sit down with you and talk about this, you can call us at 573-864-1175. You can also email Mark at omniimprints.com, and check us out on Facebook at Omnia Imprints. This is Mark Meegan with Omnia Imprints. I hope you have a great day, and we're here to help you grow your business.